Welcome to STEM and Sass, the podcast where science gets real deep and occasionally hilarious. And no one's wearing floaties. I'm your host, Lydia Watterson. Marine biology PhD dropout who turned science communicator and oceans nerd. Today we are diving into an epic topic: shark versus jellyfish, the ocean's old couple. Two creatures, one ocean, and zero chill. Let's move into our first segment. Let's meet our ocean experts, shall we? Here we have Florence Loretin, the neurobiologist and a fan of jellyfish, who genuinely love jellyfish, blobs of the sea.
I do. Jellyfish are just fascinating. They are ancient creatures and can teach us so much about survival.
Survival, huh? So you're telling that jellyfish are the ultimate floating survivors?
Absolutely. They have been around for more than 500 million years. No brains, no bones, just pure jelly powder magic.
Wow, that sounds like my morning routine. And next, we have our ocean's very own Captain Finn Maxwell, shark biologist, conservationist, and the man who debunked the whole Sharknado myth.
You can't get a tornado in the ocean, Lydia. Trust me, I tried.
Saying that, alright Finn, I have a quick question for you. Do sharks really consider as the older ocean's murder machine?
Nah, not even close. Sharks are apex predators, but they don't want anything to do with humans, since they've got better things to do, like, surviving for 400 million years.
I see, that's true. We are not even in their menu, right? Hope so. So let's move to our second segment. Let's come closer to home. In Malaysia's water, we have sharks and jellyfish. From Penang to Sabah, it's like ocean versions of
Family
Reunion!
But it's more stinging and fever hugs. Florence, what do you think about jellyfish situation in Malaysia?
Well, jellyfish blooms are rising due to climate change, warmer waters, and overfishing. And this caused them to make a little party, and the rest of the ocean will be like, hey, we didn't get an invite.
Poor ocean creatures didn't get invited.
Yeah.
Alright, Finn, what do you think about sharks situation in Malaysia?
Well, sad to say, shark populations are crashing nowadays. Activities like shark finning and habitat loss affects their numbers getting low. Even some species in Malaysia are nearing extinction too.
So now we have two creatures waving SOS flags underwater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not ideal. Alright, let's move to our third segment. Since we are having some old school ocean legendary, Florence, can you tell jellyfish, is it older than dinosaurs?
You bet. Some species can predict trees, and they can reverse aging. We're talking about a real Benjamin Button situation here.
Wow, what do you think about sharks?
Well, for sharks, they've been around for more than 400 million years. No bones, just cartilage and zero signs of aging. So, yeah, sharks are basically the superheroes of the sea, just like Spider-Man and Batman.
Naturally said, why not make them immortal and unkillable at the same time?
Yeah.
Makes me feel lazy, honestly. Alright, let's move to our fourth segment. So, talking about real issues. In 2023 and 2024, we saw a record-breaking heatwave. and basically the ocean being steaming like a hot plate.
Jellyfish loves it. Warm waters, fewer predators, and suddenly it's bloom season everywhere. Unfortunately, it's caused wreaking havoc in human industries such as power plants, fishing nets, and tourism.
What's your opinion about it, Faith?
I truly agree. In the meanwhile, sharks are totally out of sync. It's because they're migrating at the wrong times and it's throwing off the whole ecosystems. It's like trying to grab an Uber when all the drivers have the wrong app open.
The sharks are trying to get to the reef, but we are here stuck in the traffic. Oh yeah, guys, we shouldn't forget about the plastic. Jellyfish thinks microplastic food, and sharks are eating the jellyfish. So now we have two creatures munching on plastic unintentionally.
It's devastating. We have found deep sea sharks being filled with microplastics in places that humans haven't touched. Our trash is deeper than our thought.
I see. So we as a beachgoers and boba lovers, how do we help this situation?
Well, say no to single-use plastics. Then, report any illegal activities. Next, join in any beach cleanups. Finally, yes, vote for policies that support both climate and marine conservations.
That's a great idea eventually. So let's move to the fifth segment. So I'm having this question for both of you. How does these two creatures helping in science? We'll go first with Florence.
With jellyfish is inspiring neural networks, robotics, and aging research. Who knows? Being brainless is actually helpful.
Wow, it's mind-blowing actually. What do you think, Faith?
Yes, it is. Meanwhile, sharks are inspiring bacteria-resistant materials with their skin texture. And then, nature resistance to cancer is helping scientists with human treatments. Isn't that great?
That's
Yes.
awesome.
And now we know the oceans is doing more for us than our gym membership ever could. Okay, before we move to our next segment, why don't we take some moment to chill?
In the sea of love, we love living in the sea. Bruta, Bruta, gentle whale. Bobby, Bobby, mighty shark. Wayu, Wayu, cheerful ray. Puri, Puri, mousy horse. La, 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 la. Making friendships in
Okay, let's move to the rapid fire segment. Quick question I'm going to ask both of you. Jellyfish, shark, or both? Ready?
Ready.
Okay, glows in the dark.
Jellyfish. They're the glowing disco balls of the sea.
I bet sharks can glow.
Good.
Nah. Some sharks can glow too. For instance, the small shark has its own little party lights.
Ooh, that's amazing. Can clone themselves?
Jellyfish, hands down. Well, they got immortality on speed dial.
What about shark?
Actually, no sharks can do that. They prefer a more, what do we say? A traditional approach to life.
So basically, the sharks prefer to have its own personality.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's move to the next segment. So, let's drive the gear to jellyfish, or as I like to call, underwater lava lamp.
Beautiful and mysterious. And lately, a bit of a problem.
How so?
Well, jellyfish blooms are increasing, partly due to climate change, overfishing, and ocean pollution. With fewer predators like turtles and sharks, jellyfish are taking over. They are clogging power plants, ruining fishing nets, and cause beach closures.
Okay, but real talk. What is jellyfish? It's brainless but taking over the world?
Well, there is silent takeover. Who knows? No, with no brains, no blood, and no bones. They're secretly taking over the ocean.
That's interesting actually. So let's move to our eighth segment. Florence, how does this data fit into all of this?
Well, think of it as Mary Crystal Ball. We use satellites, underwater sensors, and AI to track migration patterns, detect jellyfish blooms, and even predict coral bleaching.
Wow. What do you think about it, Ben?
Yes, with this data, we can protect marine parks, guide fishing practices, and even monitor illegal activities. We've used data from the Malaysian waters to find that shark sightings have dropped drastically in the last decade. And that's not the statement you want trending.
Wow. So both of you are telling that data is the ocean's detective agency?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Think Sherlock Holmes in a scuba gear. I hope you'll fall in laughter.
Wow, that's amazing and marvelous. So let's move to our ninth segment. So now I need you guys to imagine as these two creatures as the Malaysian high school students.
Oh,
So Finn, would you like to start first?
Yes, for sharks, they're always perfect and they look tough. But they don't just want to A6 exams and help the environment.
Prefects, huh? So that's the reason why ocean's creatures are scared of it.
Yes.
Wow. So what do you imagine as, Florence?
as for jellyfish, I'd imagine them as a quiet kid who sit at the back of the class. Always get bullied for being weird, but they're secretly running the whole class.
Wow, that's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Alright, guys, let's get into our last segment of today.
Yeah.
So, Florence, I would start with you first. What's the jellyfish big lesson for us?
I'd say adaptability. Jellyfish shows us that even in impossible situations, things seem possible with simplicity and flexibility. It can be the key to survival.
So, from this, we can see that jellyfish could be a great advisor for people who are struggling.
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think about sharks?
Well, sharks overall reminds us balance is everything. When we lose one part of the ecosystem, the whole system at the end falls apart.
Alright, guys. Ocean life isn't just wild, it's wise. Whether it's we are floating like jellyfish or swimming with the sharks, remember that science is the real MVP. That's all from us for today.
Bye, nerds!